Hello, I'm Charles Boda, and this is your Diz Daily Fix for March 13th, 2018. Prospective vacationers looking to book their Disney excursions around appetizers and aperitifs will no doubt be overjoyed to hear that the dates for 2018's Epcot International Food and Wine Festival have been released. Matching last year's record of 75 days straight, the festival will begin on August 30th and run through November 12th. There isn't much more information on this year's festival as of yet, but speculation has led many to believe that Disney will continue their trend of offering guests consumable keepsakes in the form of food and quite possibly wine. Disney did have this to say. This year's festival will continue its tradition of fine dining events, appearances by favorite Disney culinarians and top celebrity chefs, and a slate of concerts from favorite bands of the last few decades. So, for everyone looking to spend a park day gorging and guzzling, your journey can begin as early as August 30th. Now, there comes a time in every individual's life where they start to notice certain changes occurring within them. Maybe their voice deepens, maybe they start growing hair in new and unusual places, or maybe they gradually transform into intellectual property. This process is natural and nothing to be ashamed of, and Paradise Pier at Disney California Adventure is going through it right now. By June 23rd of this year, Paradise Pier will have transformed completely into Pixar Pier, and we now have a bit more info on what it will look like for future guests. Here are some highlights, but make sure to check out the exciting new concept art at wdwinfo.com. There will be an Incredibles neighborhood with a revamped version of California Screamin' called the Incredicoaster. The main structure of Screamin' will remain, but new launch and loop mechanisms, updated Scream tunnels, and Incredibles theming will be added. The story will follow the Incredibles as they search for baby Jack Jack throughout the coaster, who is using his powers and running amok. A giant-sized Jessie will let guests know they're in the Toy Story neighborhood, and she'll also have an attraction to add to her name, as King Trident's Carousel will become Jessie's Critter Carousel, which will have an adorable assortment of animals for guests to ride. An Inside Out neighborhood was announced, but Disney hasn't really elaborated on what we can expect from there yet. Pixar Promenade will feature the area's old-fashioned boardwalk games, but with new Pixar themes, with the exception of Bullseye Stallion Stampede, which stays as is. Paradise Park will split off from the rest and contain Paradise Gardens, Goofy Sky School, The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Undersea Adventure, Jumping Jellyfish, Silly Symphony Swings, and Golden Zephyr. Ariel's Grotto and the Cove Bar will be replaced by the Lamplight Lounge. That's themed as a place Pixar employees would go to blow off steam after work. The top floor will offer cocktails and lighter fare. Downstairs will feature a larger menu. Part of Lamplight Lounge will be available for reservation, but the Cove Bar will reopen on March 16th and remain open until May 29th, prior to the Lamplight's debut. Pixar Pier will also have a new character meet and tons of new eatery options for you. Lastly, if you plan on heading to Disneyland Park in the near future, keep this in mind. Pirates of the Caribbean will be closed for refurbishment starting April 23rd and running through June 7th. The refurbishment is most likely due to the expected change in the attraction's auction scene, where instead of the pirates auctioning off women, the ride's makeover will have them auctioning off stolen loot from townspeople instead. Disneyland Paris underwent these changes a while back and did not explode from lack of continuity. The Magic Kingdom's version of Pirates is probably undergoing these changes as we speak, and it's been closed since February 25th and will reopen on March 19th. Given how much there is to see at Disney parks alone, and with more stuff being added every year, a lot of people might neglect taking advantage of Universal's parks during their Disney trips. In today's featured article, should you incorporate Universal Studios into your Disney World vacation? Christopher Zurab uses his experience to help you answer that exact question. Make sure to give that a look today. Trending on the boards today is the official Wine and Dine 2018 thread that was started by poster A Fan on the Run Disney forum. In the thread, posters are discussing today's news of the delayed registration on Disney's Wine and Dine half marathon weekend races. There is a bit of speculation as runners are questioning why there is a delay, especially considering the same thing happened with the 2018 races at Disneyland, and they were canceled soon after. No official information has been shared so far, but keep an eye on this discussion for up-to-date information. Now, join us today at 1 o'clock for the Diz Unplugged Walt Disney World edition, where all this week's major news, stories, and topics will be discussed. You can check that out today on disunplugged.com at 1 p.m. For the weather today, Orlando will have mostly sunny skies with a surprisingly comfortable high of 70 and a low of 46. Those in Anaheim will have cloudy skies with a few afternoon showers, with high 69 and a low of 55 and a 30% chance of rain. For information on everything I've mentioned, go to wdwinfo.com/dailyfix, and that will be it for me today. But join us again tomorrow for another installment of your Diz Daily Fix.